Hello, Stevie here on this very gray, wet day. Right now, it is the time of day where the sun should be brightly shining through the window in onto my craft room desk, and it is just not. So I sat here in the dark and drank my coffee and looked out at the rain. And it's not there. Oh, it doesn't want to focus. Yeah, probably because of the dirty window. But, turn my light on. And put this up here. This, I started it. Kind of got things organized, prepped is the right word, a little bit. Oh, let me do my thing. Here are my Etsy shops where I put mostly, oh boy, I guess I haven't had enough coffee. Here are my Etsy shops where I put mostly things like supplies for making junk journals and scraps glued over paper. And then in Stevie Goes Digital, I have a lot of digital pages that were made with junk journals in mind. Pile of books is exactly what it sounds like, is a bunch of books. And then Sasson, Texas was my original shop, and it is a vintage shop. And here is my saying for the month, and I am figuring out a new saying for June here pretty quick. So, underneath, to kind of make the frame, I put one of these so it's the same size as paper without measuring anything out. And it's under the glass, so I don't have to worry about getting glue on it. And these are just cut strips. When I cut a bunch of digitals out, I piled the ones that I wasn't really going to use yet because they have the pretty edges. And I put the smaller ones that I went this way with, and the longer ones, which are still not long enough, but it still works. And then I glued this top one up here with glue stick, and so now I can weave without too much trouble, I don't think. So since this one is above, I go underneath, and I just do, well, actually, I do it like at an angle, this. And scooch it up here. I won't glue in, I shouldn't have to glue anything down yet. So I'm gonna start from the other side and go this way. I haven't done any basket weaving or anything, but I just saw these long strips, and instead of tearing them up, I decided to go with it. This one needs to be over. So that one was under. That one's over. This one's under. I've goofed a couple of times in making them and had to kind of redo a couple of them. But if you don't glue them down right away, then you can check them and make sure that they're right. Now these will have to have kind of like, well, I'm not going to worry about those yet. Although I didn't do it, I've got spaces here that shouldn't be. This one needs to go over. Let's see. I can pull it. I'm going to pull this one and make it there. Oh, it goes under. There. Okay. Now this goes under. That goes under. This should go over. This should go under. Next one goes over. I don't know, maybe it'd be easier just to do it on the one side. And I want to put a little color in here, because that last one didn't have any. So under, over. And the edges, they're not quite as important as the centerness, I don't think. Maybe I should just not worry about it and just get her done like this and do the center. Oh, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should pull this one back. Maybe I should just have, because I've got this edge, which I didn't do with the others. And just leave the edges. It's a little harder to tell which way I need to go, but this one, that one's too thin. Let's do this one. All right, so that one's under, so this would be over. And it might work better, and then just glue a strip, a small strip down Looks like this is kind of crooked, but it can be positioned after. Let's do a darker one. Obviously, I can't cut a straight line because these digikits were, or digital images were cut and not just leaving white. I think I tore them, and sometimes I did more than one, and that's why it wasn't exact, because I was trying to do multiple things. Let's do a different color. Let's do this color. Is that too? I feel like I've got the short ones. No, they're the longer ones. This isn't too bad. It's coming along pretty good. Of course, you know, I've had a little bit of practice. I've done seven, I think. Which will be in my Etsy shop. I'm going to sell them as a supply so that you can buy them and finish them, you know, collage things on them however you would like. Oops. Goes like this. But never thought I'd be weaving paper. And it leaves a little bit of a hole, but I have some of them that I'll show in another video when I go to list them, that I backed. Some I backed, some I didn't. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's, oh. Oops. No. I need to put this one. Yeah, I had those wrong. Easy fix. Let's pull this. So they're level-ish. Came off. Definitely gonna have to put a strip there. Okay, this one's under. It's a little, I don't know if it's easier or harder when you get down to the bottom here. Probably easier. So you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. There. Let's do a bright one. I really enjoy my glass top, and it's not so big I can't move it, which is the other really nice thing about it. Easy to clean, don't have to worry about things getting glued to it. Well, it will glue to it, but if you don't wait until it's dry, it's not a problem to get off. So, this is definitely a way to use less glue, at least at the beginning, and then you can use glue when you go to glue other things onto it. And I think one more, or we'll just find one thinner one. Well, that's not thinner. Let's see, that's not thin enough. Maybe this plain, got plain white. Oh, no, I need a long one. Let's do this one. Just keep pushing that one out. Yeah, you can hold it down. Kind of bends the paper though. But you can hold it down and slide it under the other one. Okay. Let's go here. There. Alright, pull that one. There. Alright, now I'm going to take this one. Is it long enough? It's not long enough. What I was thinking about doing was folding it. Let's see here though. Let's try and do a real, I don't want, don't mix them up. So I can do that. Kind of cuts off. Didn't really want to cut off anything. Let's see. Let's do, let me cut this in half. Well, that's a challenge in itself to not get it really wonky. It did pretty good. There's for that side and one for this side. Now I'm going to put it down here and I'm going to use the glue stick. And I found if you put your lid somewhere up here, you don't end up knocking it on the floor. Just my own personal learning journey. Same goes with the actual glue. just... Oh. Put it down, slide this over, and then glue it to it. Did it work? Nope. I still have... why did it... I guess it wasn't... It's crooked. This one is not. Alright, so we'll use the other strip. And try it again, but go... Hold that closer. I want to just catch the edge of it. Without taking too much of the pattern off. Looks like it has gonna have less pattern on this side than this side. Let's just get a plain strip here. And, oh, it's gonna look different. That's okay. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna trim. Maybe I don't have to trim if I get one that's straighter. I think this one has just a little bit. Yeah, it's fine. It's straighter. And then take this and oh boy, it's got some color on it. I'm gonna go right there. And hold it down a little. Oh, it went wonky. Why? Don't want wonky. I guess a little wonky is okay. Let's unstick this one. Alright. Then I have this last one on the bottom here. That's a short one. Let's see. This one. Oh, these are long. It's not long. That's short. Come on. This one? Oh, they're really not. What I'm gonna do is just the edge here and then fold it over, cut it off. Probably fold it over, so I'm gonna glue just the edge. And do it right in the center here, like this. Oh, that's not squared up. Oh, it's not gluing down either. Okay, so I'm going to put the lid on this for just a minute. Although I did leave the lid off all day one day, and I still was able to use it. After, I guess, you know, you take the first little layer off and then, this isn't, it is not flattening. Let's start from the center. Over here. And I'm going to turn it over. This is what the back side looks like. Pretty plain. I want to fold this. Let's see. Get my metal ruler and bring it up here like this. There. And then flatten it. Oh, get that back in there. All right. Oh, I got it off the edge. All right. Now I'm going to fold it back. Glue this edge. As long as it's purple, it's not too dry. If it goes clear, then the glue has dried and you have to reapply with this stuff anyway. All right. Now I have an issue on the corners. I'm gonna put a strip. What do I want? I want a plain one. I'm gonna glue a strip down there. Like this. Oh. Let's cut off this right here. Okay. And then I'm going to glue a strip right along here. There. That makes it more secure. I'm just going to glue these little flaps down instead of cutting them off. And give it more support. Get glue this edge here. And then I've got too much color. Let me get one. Oh, you know, I'm gonna cut this little edge off and use, and then I cut it crooked. Use this plain part as do another placement here. confident that it will stay together if I don't put a little more down here. And kind of the same. Cut this off too. So I want to use those little edges in the decorating of it. But let's see. All right. Now put it right along. Oh, catch that one. Okay, I think I caught them all. Along the edge. All that down. All right. Now it's ready. Why is that not going down? It's ready to decorate. And that kind of just makes everything glue down. Also, let's see if it's a little bigger. I think, oh, that's why I was going to fold these edges over. Here, let's cut this. And let's just mark. Maybe try and mark it a little instead of folding it all the way. I don't know what that is. A little piece of glue or something. And I found that you can craft in a very small area. It's all the supplies and stuff that take up your room. I am trying to purge and sell my supplies of stuff because, you know, I have all these grand goals of making things, but after making that Victorian junk journal, it's like, it takes some time. But I am definitely selling to people who want to make and sell handmade junk journals. And you can buy my digitals and make things for your the junk journals and sell those. I don't want you selling my actual things, but my digitals are mine, but you can use them. Now this has okay, so the corners need some work, but I think that can be done when it gets decorated, which will be another video because this one's already 35 plus minutes left. So please like, subscribe, and share my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.